Okay, so let's just have a look at presto first. So we're looking at bars, particularly bars 20 to 25. So I'm just going to deal with that hand separately for the moment. So starting from bar 20 then, we've got couplets of slurs which need to lean on the first note and then clip off lightly on the second note. Then it's followed by one staccato. That's the right hand. So mainly the fourth finger is leading or the second finger on the whole. So they're the fingers you need to watch out for. 2, 2, 4. Okay. The left hand, I'll just bring in where the bass clef sign is written. So the left hand is a mixture of sort of slightly longer notes and a little staccato on the quavers, but all the notes are separated. There are no joins between anything. You've also got a choice of finger here because in bar 20, 21, 22 and 24 it says a 2 on the D. I've put a suggestion of maybe 3. I naturally go to the third finger. I think as my hand is spread out here, my third finger rests on the D. Does mean you've got to move to the F sharp with the 3 after that. Let's do it with the 2. Actually, that's still a jump. In fact, it's a bigger jump. So I would err towards using the third finger on the D, but it's the choice is yours there. So it's repeated. And then the last quavers are all staccato. So not the same as the right hand. There's no slur there. We're just varying it with some staccato, all those notes there. So if we put it together, generally the notes that you're leaning on in the right hand also fit with the sort of slightly longer notes in the left hand. So that helps the two hands to work together. And the little staccato quaver in the left hand also works with staccato quaver in the right hand. So coordinating the two hands with the articulation is not too bad. So let's put the hands together now. There you have it. That is the speed that I would suggest you are practicing at the moment. I wouldn't go any faster at the moment. If you go too fast too soon, you'll start tripping over, and we don't want that. So we've only done that small portion for the moment of the presto, excuse me, but small and slowly is the way we need to cover these pieces. And if we look at Starry Dome, so I'd suggested learning from bar 16, hadn't I, to about sort of the 3-4 bar on the bottom line there. These chords are a little bit tricky. You've got 3 flats in the key signature, lots of ledger lines. Sometimes in the right hand you're spanning 2 notes with your thumb like that, which is a bit unusual. The main thing here is this top line, and I would just play it through first, no pedal. Okay, lots of 4s and 5s being used. Now straight away you need to get a feel of the phrasing, a feel of the rise and fall in the music. So going back again to bar 16, you've got 2 bars here with a break in between. So you've got a slur rising up, a slur rising down. Then the next 2 bars are joined on. Then the next 2 bars you've got slurs with a break in between, and then 2 beats, and then join to the 3 beats there. Okay, so it follows a little bit of a pattern. Two bars with separations in between, and then 2 bars with not. 2 bars with separation in between, and then 2 bars with not. So there is a pattern there. So if we add the underneath notes, or the underneath chords, these sort of very discordant intervals here, they are just underneath that melody line. That melody line, those top fingers, you need to push them out a little bit more. So imagine that they are, I don't know, weightier, bigger fingers than they are, all right? I'll do that to everyone. Let's just do that one again. That's better. Carrying on. Okay, so straight away I was struggling to maintain that top line, making sure it was joined up. So you really need to work at that. There are some places where it's impossible to join all the underneath notes. The pedal will help with that. I was using a few little dabs, I have to say. Let me do it again. So you're hearing that top line. Really listen to it as if it's a song in its own right. So your ear is always listening to that more than anything else. The pedal, although there is breaks in the phrasing, the pedal continues all the way through, and that does happen. But that doesn't mean that we stop doing the breaks in our phrasing. So if I use both hands now, and I'm going to use that pedal. See, I still break in my hands. And still do the join in my hands. So although the pedal is doing its own thing, my hands are still following the rise and the fall of the phrase. If you don't, all right, you don't get the emphasis properly. If you leave the note like that, you get a better push down on the first note. So it does work better if you follow the phrasing with your hands, regardless of whether the pedal is continuing through or not. So the underneath notes, you've got 1, thumb covering both notes, then 1 and 2, then thumb again, or you could use 1 and 2 here, doesn't matter either. Probably 1 and 2 would fit. Now you might not be able to join that. If you can join the top notes, that would be good. 1, 2 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 2, 3 and 5 on this one, 1, 2 and 4, 2, 3 and 5 again, 1, 2 and 4 again, 2, 3 and 5, and then 1, 2 and 4. Okay, so the left hand is a lot easier. You haven't got so many clusters of notes. So you're starting in the treble clef here, G and B flat. Again, do the breaks. Join to bar 19, then break. Now we're going to go down into the bass. Make sure when you get to that 2/4 bar, you do consciously count just 2 counts before moving on. All right, so really learn these notes carefully and thoroughly because they're not easy chords. lots of fingering, and I say that phrasing is very, very important in this music. Just talk about the pedal quickly. The pedal, if you notice, the up-down sign is on the second chord each time, and it looks as if, I'm undecided, I quite like the sound of holding the pedal down and not lifting it again until the second chord each time, the minim chord. So you get a little bit of blurring in between. Let's just try it. So hold it. Oh, change the pedal. Let's do it again. Down, up, keep it down. Then down, up. Then down, up. Then down, up. Down, up. Down, up. Down, up. I'm not so sure now. I'm not so sure. No, I think we will do down ups on every chord. Change my mind. So down up on every single chord. Down with the first one, obviously. Down up. 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 Stays down. Okay, sorry I've muddled it around a little bit there, but I think that actually listening to it again, I think it's better to change on each pedal. Okay, so hopefully that's as clear as mud for you, and you can have a go at learning those few bars this week.